Hello, and welcome back to our U.S. Navy 1890 campaign, Waves of Steel. In the last episode, we pretty much got about one big battle in, and it was quite a throwdown. We started whittling away at the strength of the British battleship fleet, like their dreadnoughts and their pre-dreadnoughts, and we're also kind of steadily chopping away at their cruisers and destroyers. And hopefully, we got off an invasion, so hopefully we can resolve that. So let's give it a try. Another battle in support of land combat. They declined. That's pretty good. And nice, they intercepted our raider. And the question is, what kind of raider do we have? These are New York, so these are pretty old. But I think we did modernize them so they're at least a little bit faster than they were to begin with. But the goal here is just get away if we need to. But I wouldn't mind. Yep, there's two enemy ships, so we're gonna go to our full speed of 19 knots, and we're gonna retreat. And we are being caught up to very quickly. So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna cut speed a little bit, so we can't get away from them anyhow. And we are getting pummeled. I don't know if we ever ended up putting a better fire control on this thing or not. But we are getting smacked. We did score a 7-inch hit on them. Here's another one. So that's making him pull away. So let's go up to full speed again and see if we can't retreat. Are we flooding? We're not flooding. So I think we got the worst of that, but we survived. These New Yorks, they are old, dilapidated ships. We're using them as raiders, and they're just kind of passively in the background, earning us a little bit of victory points. So we did come off worse for wear on that, but not much. It's basically a like an actual draw. All right, here's some submarines, and we've taken over Nova Scotia. That is good news. Good, good, good. Let's demand that Italy actually join us. Oh, Italy, you are such a piece of crap ally. They are the worst. All right, so we do have submarines that are ready to go. We're going to send. I was going to send them to the Caribbean, but you know what? I send them to Northern Europe, and I'll send these ones down to the Caribbean. There it is. Okay. So our budget is like our balance is back in order here. So you know what we're to do? Build another set of 4 destroyers just in case the war keeps going. And we'll build another set of 4, and we'll end up probably replacing these as soon as the war's done with bigger and better ones. All right, here we go. Coastal raid. The Brits have declined it, and they have intercepted a raider again. Again, these are New York class. Oh, this is Huntington class, so this one is a little bit better. I think this is still one of the ones we started with, and this guy's below average, so we can't expect any miracles from him. I think it was the New Yorks and the Huntingtons that we started the game with. Yeah, we have torpedoes on this thing. So, but it goes 21 knots. So we'll start heading for whatever this thing here up here is. Maybe it's a Corvette. Because in the last interception, we saw some Corvettes. We're just going to cruise right on by. Oh no, we just took a Oh man. Wow, we got annihilated. Jeez. 1895? Wow. That's horrible. We did really bad there. Well, farewell Huntington. All right, never mind. Yeah, that was a Corvette. All right. Hey, we gained 1200 victory points. Okay, we made advances in fleet tactics. We get mine rails on well, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but so the Japanese have lost a couple of destroyers and a battleship. Pre-dreadnought. Japanese are just losing more ships. All right, let's take a look at what they have stationed over here. They are beefing up their forces again. They got 3 battleships ready to go. And we're just going to set this as an invasion target and we'll just try to hit New Brunswick. Capture whatever we can. Okay. They are giving us a coastal raid here. Hopefully it's not too nasty with our 1 light cruiser that we have down here. And this is going to be an old one as well. The Mobile class. And what we're probably going to just end up doing is cruising right over there to Pensacola and maybe avoid the fight entirely if they have like a big fleet. All right, there's at least 1, 2, 3. This looks like destroyers, though. I mean, the mobiles, we did design these ourselves, so they might not be too terrible. What do we got? Just a bunch of 6-inch guns on here? Yeah. So, we'll keep shooting at some destroyers, and if we manage to hit any, that'd be great. And if not, we'll just keep sailing generally in the direction of Pensacola to go home. When we're straddling the target, if we could score like 1 good 6-inch hit on these destroyers, nope, just us going to get hit, I guess. Wow. Come on, bruh. All right, let's slow down a little bit. There we go. There we go. See, it just takes 1 good volley to end a destroyer, end their whole career. And now, can we get lucky with a long range snipe? Almost. We will have to go back to port. This is not looking too good for us. We're going to sail straight for a minute here. Yeah, okay. All right, get in there. I think we sank 1 destroyer, and we pretty heavily damaged the other, but I think it's going to get away. Now we wait. They're just random gunshots or explosions happening. Oh, they're shooting at land targets. So they must be shooting at this one here, maybe. Who knows? Oh, hang on. Keep going. Just waiting on the timer. Yeah, they're. Oh, we lost our land installation. I don't think it was a gun battery. Or it doesn't look like a gun battery to me. These are installations. Those are gun batteries. Okay. So we lost a Corvette and a installation. And we sank 1 destroyer. Not great. We lost a prestige on that. You know what? No, let's keep on fighting. Come on. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, okay, good. I was about to get mad. There it is. There's Italy. Thank you. Jeez. Where the heck have you been there, friendo? Now that's hopefully gonna pull. Look at that. They only have 15 power projection here on the East Coast. Yeah, it's hopefully gonna start pulling their forces back to Europe now that Italy is involved. Yep. Then we could get some declines out of this. Oh, we can improve our 14-inch guns on the new battleships that we have yet to finish. Let's see here. Japan's just losing battleships for no gain. And our submarines certainly aren't up to like World War II standard. They're not getting a whole lot done. It's a coastal raid? Yeah, why not? We got uh we got some heavy cruisers that can go in close and bombard for us. Let's put our light cruisers into a proper fighting formation. All right. And then we'll do the same with this destroyer. Actually, no. What we're going to do with the destroyer is, I think, just send it home because it's going to be nighttime, and I don't want it blundering into anyone in the dark. All right, here we go. So the goal here is to get to the land target and hit it with heavy cruisers. And looks like some enemy cruisers have come out to play, and these defense class heavy cruisers are turning out to be really nasty opponents. But we can fend them off with our light cruisers. Yeah. Meanwhile, we got some stuff to do over here. We got some work to do. All right, so let's turn if we can and go down to cruise speed. There we go. Hopefully this isn't a destroyer that will ruin our day. Oh, wow, that was fast. Okay. That was way easier than I thought it would be. Light cruiser, allegedly. Fire away. You know what? I'm going to allow these to just fire at will, and hopefully someone will score a hit. All right. Apparently not. The fact that they're like bumping up against the coastline is really messing with the aim of the AI. Ah, stop it. Don't like that. Well, it is slowed down and it appears to be dead in the water. So that means. Okay. So we got a nice clean little win here. We're just going to leave. We've accomplished what we wanted to. Oh, hang on. There's something over here. Corvettes. Don't mind if we. We're going to slow down a little bit. Don't mind if we do. We'll go over here and do a little bit of hunting with our light cruisers. It's nighttime, so we're to be right on top of them to spot them. So we will go back down to cruise speed. Oh, we're actually on something here is on fire. Well, that must be the enemy that is on fire. So now we leave. What is this? Oh, this is our destroyer. Go home, little friend. You were not needed in this particular battle. All right. Yep, that's it's a small battle, but it is a victory. And heck, maybe I should speed them up just to get them home faster. And there it is. Okay. So we took heavy damage on a light cruiser. We sank a light cruiser. We sank a corvette, and we completed the mission. Excellent. Now the goal is to invade that particular port. Combat reports indicate that our standard rangefighter has serious deficiencies. I will give up a prestige and spend some money and keep pressing the war. Oh no, we lost a sub. All right, Japan and Russia are fighting each other. Russia lost a battleship and a battleship. Two battleships gone. And it's just bad weather that's delaying our invasion here. Britain doesn't really have much. I mean, they have a pre-dreadnought, or they have a dreadnought and a battle cruiser over here that can contest us. But that's not enough, really. I don't know why these are over in the Indian Ocean. I guess it's auto moving them. But submarines are not the way to win a war in this era. There's a convoy attack with our light cruisers and our one destroyer, which we are going to send home because it's too precious to risk. So as soon as we get control of this destroyer, it's actually going the way I want it to go, which is away from the battle. Okay. Yep, you go home to Boston. We're gonna get these are light cruisers. These must be old. These are mobiles, maybe. Galvestons. Okay. Oh, hang on. It's just the sea state that's limiting things. Although, let's double check. Um, I don't know. Oh, I'm limited to 20 knots by weather. I don't know what our normal speed is on here. I can't. Um, it has 22 is the max speed. All right, whatever. So we're gonna do max -2, and we're just gonna look for some transports to sink. Okay, that should do it. This looks like the defense force, and this looks like the transports out. Yeah, there they are. All right. If possible, we want to go right up the middle of this, right up the middle of this little formation here. These columns. And we are smashing that Cleopatra. Whoa, hang on. We just gotta bob and weave, bob and weave. Just don't want to get torpedoed. Go, go, go. Come on, that's so much fun. That is my favorite mission of all, is a transport attack. Transport defense, not so much. If you had a say in what your transports did, a transport defense wouldn't be so bad, in my opinion. but they do some stupid stuff if left to their own devices. Okay. And now we go to cruise and go home. Look at that. Short, quick little victory. So we sank 3 destroyers and 13 transports. It's not a gigantic victory, but it gets us at least a prestige. Hey, we're getting some fleet tactics research out of this, and we're getting a better fire control. So our new battleships should be able to finish up with those new fire controls already installed. Okay. So the Italians are just losing heavy cruisers. So is Japan. And nothing really useful for us other than the fact that they're distracting the Brits. So yeah, these Kansas class, it should start asking me if I want to finish them with the improved fire controls. So it's going to delay them by another month. But when they come out, they're going to be, oh, that's not good. We're intercepting with a Corvette. We don't want to do that. We just want to go until we make contact, and then hopefully these things will be fast enough to run away. This is the Strive class, I believe. It is. It was designed in a bygone era when 21 knots seemed like it might be enough to get us out of a fight. So that is something else we need to look at, is designing a new set of Corvettes. What did I just do? Oh, I think I hit, it's like, you want to keep looking. I think I hit yes. Well, there we go. No, it was a light cruiser. We wouldn't have stood a chance against a light cruiser. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right. We're also getting ship design research. Look at that. 2% weight savings on armor. We probably won't be making any new battleship designs for a little while at least, but it'll be useful when we do. And we're getting close to all or nothing armor. And we got 15-inch guns. Man, we are being showered with blessings from our research. So the Russians lost a battleship, a pre-dreadnought, and we sank 2 enemy merchants with all of our submarine warfare. Save the game. We're really just hoping for that last invasion of New Brunswick. Let's check the dock size. 30,000, 30,000. Yuck. All right, let's go ahead and start building up new docks. Coastal raid. We don't want a coastal raid. We want an invasion. There's another weight savings. There's armor, all or nothing armor. So our next generation, hey, there we go. We've invaded due to having firm control. But our next generation of battleships, our dreadnoughts, will have these like new technological advancements that we're developing here. These poor New Yorks, man, they really need to go. But then we'll need new foreign station ships. So this stuff's going to be done here in a couple of months. It says 1, but it's installing a new fire control, so it's probably going to be like more like 2 months. But in the meantime, let's design the new generation of Corvettes here, because our funding is still kind of high. So these are 15 advocate class, 1500 displacement. Let's take the belt off. Let's take the deck off. We're going to clear all the turrets and add forward aft singles. We're going to make it a mine layer and a mine sweeper. And that's really all we need to do. Let's crank the speed up a bit. 24, are we allowed to do that? Yeah, we can go up to 24. What about 25? Okay, 24 is the max. So it's about as fast as we can get and about as light as we can get. And 182 per month each. We can do that, no problem. And we don't really care about saving weight on these, especially if it costs us money. So this will do. It'll be the advocate class. And our rallies are going extinct here, 1889. Yeah, those need to go. So do the San Franciscos. We'll probably replace those with the Galvestons or the Mobiles or whatever. Cool. Enemy unable to engage with us here. Uh-oh. We don't want to fight with our Corvettes again, please. All right. Full speed. Full speed retreats. Whoop, 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 whoop. If anything, we're hopefully just disrupting this one attack on our merchants, and that's it. Yeah, it's a heavy cruiser. Would not have stood a chance. Oh, nice. We're getting some industrial production and technology stuff. Yes. Getting better submarines. We sank a Corvette with our sub. And I mean, we're still winning the like the raiding war, but it's not really glorious. So we have 19 out of 19 on trade protection. Let's build 10 of these. Let's build 20 of these, because these battleships will be finishing here in just a minute. If some of them haven't already, they have not. And look at this. We got some destroyers we can add into the mix here. They're still working up, but hopefully I can just retreat them from fights for a minute. I was scolded about scrapping a bunch of destroyers right before the war. I thought I'd have more time. All right, they've intercepted one of the New York itself, so it is the old heavy cruiser. It's not going to be very good. It's funny that we're raiding right off our own coastline, essentially. Oops. There it is. Now, is it a light cruiser or a heavy cruiser? That will make a difference in this battle. It looks like a destroyer or a corvette, actually, the one out in the lead there. The defense, oh, we don't want to mess around with the defense. I've learned my lesson about messing with the defense class. Short version is they give us quite the spanking. Look at that. They're just so accurate. Stop hitting me in my engine room. I'm straddling him. Just hit him, please, with these 7-inch guns. There's a 5-inch. Nope. Nope. All right. Full speed. Run away. Yeah, we came out worse on that one as well. These New Yorks are old and they need to be, extinct, but I don't want to just lose them and give up victory points. Oh, maybe I can drag them through some mines. Oh well. Eh, give them a marginal victory. Hey, look at that. The new battleships whose class I can't remember, they're faster than their design speed. Only the Navy can win this war. Fighting continues. We lost a submarine. Lost another submarine. All right. the Kansas class. All right, so the Michigans go to Division 3, so they are their own. Actually, they're going to go to Division 5. No, they're all going to Division 3. They're their own thing now. And these will go to Division 4 to support them. And taking their place are the Kansas. Hang on, why is there still. Oh, hang on. There you go. So we've got some 23 knot battleships. Pretty good. Let's build 2 more Advocate class, just so we have some spare. And we have a bunch of extra monthly balance. So we want to look in. We lost a lot of light cruisers in this war so far. But we need some workhorse heavy cruisers to take the place of some of this stuff they're going to be retiring at the end of the war, like the stuff from the beginning of the game, essentially. So the Nashvilles can go into Foreign Station. They can take the place of Foreign Station. The Seattle's probably the same at some point. And then we have 5 Huron class. Actually, we can hold off on that and just start working on a new modern light cruiser design, I guess. Okay, so then the light ones, we have 5,700 tons and 29 knots. Normal, 1-inch deck is fine. 6-inch guns, what do we have on these ones? 6-inch guns. Let's delete that. Add a port. Oh. Oh, these are submerged. Hang on. Hold up. Can we add broadsides? Not yet. All right, so maybe we will hold off on the whole light cruiser thing and work on some heavy cruisers instead. And these heavy cruisers might not have to be very big or very powerful. They just need to be able to cruise around raiding and intercepting raiders and whatnot. So 1.5-inch deck is it's heavy. We're going to strip it off in favor of speed. So we got these 8-inch guns on here. Apparently all the turrets are in the rear of the ship, which is kind of the opposite of what you want for a raider and interceptor. 140 rounds of ammunition. Let's take away the torpedo tubes that I know are on here. What if we go to 27 knots? Is that allowed? It is. The extended deck can't be that heavy. Okay, and then what if we go to 9-inch? We can't really. Like, I don't want to, just because it takes up too much weight, and the quality goes down on the guns as well. All right, this is probably fine. The Pueblo class. It just, it's just going to do what it needs to do. We can bring down the displacement a little bit on it to try to save some money. 12,000 tons, 27 knots. It's got acceptable armor. It doesn't have great armor. It just has acceptable. It has all or nothing armor. Yeah, that'll be fine. This is all right. This is a nice in between heavy cruiser. And it's expensive though. Heavy cruisers usually always are. So we're gonna go ahead and save and finish the design. But we're finishing up a bunch of Kansas class soon, so we will have the budget to start building heavy cruisers. Alrighty. We are doing a convoy defense here. I'm not a big fan of that. So let's take that off AI control. Okay. Put that on. That's 23 knots. That's mobiles. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. We're kind of outnumbered here. There's some of these look like destroyers. It looks like a line of destroyers and a couple of cruisers. So we might not be horrendous. If we can get into range of the destroyers and start hitting them before anyone else can shoot at us. Of course, we immediately catch on fire. Well, the goal is to defend the. Okay. Yeah, if the goal is to defend the thing, then we'll just push away from the thing and hopefully they'll follow us. And hopefully our damage control doctrine will actually help us out a little bit here. All right, we might have to get our destroyer involved. Just take a little snipe at them with a torpedo and see if we can't score a hit by luck. All right, here we go. Then we'll fire at the one in the rear as well. Just spread our torpedoes out a bit. And we'll fire at the one at the rear again. Well, we made them dodge a little bit, but it didn't actually accomplish anything. All right, let's go home to Halifax, which is our home now. It's our little base. Thank you. We're straddling them. There we go. Getting some hits. Getting swarmed by destroyers. If we could actually score some hits on the destroyers, that would be excellent. The poor Biloxi is just burning to death over there. And we are scoring hits, but they are beating us up pretty good here. That fire's been going quite a while in the Biloxi. And it looks like we're probably in some trouble. Oh, that was so close to a hit. Or at least it appeared so. All right, now the mobile's burning. Not fantastic results so far. But we are defending the convoy. Yeah, the mobile is. It's in some trouble there, isn't it? Well, this will be the final battle of the night for me, I think. Just a little bit too close to the 40-minute mark. There we go. Okay, 11 knots is the best that it can do, apparently. The Biloxi can keep on fighting for a minute, even though it was on fire there for a while. We're going to go down to max -2. And of course, we are dealing with some poopy weather right now. Mobiles has the fires is spreading all over the mobile, so it's essentially done. So let's get the Biloxi out of here. Well, hang on, I saw fire extinguished. The mobile might make it. They found our transports? Come on. How? How is that possible? All right. Well, uh, hey, look at that. Okay, so we survived it. Okay. We sank a light cruiser. All right. Knowing that, hey, we've captured New Brunswick. Okay. Excellent. What a good way to end the night, huh? All right. Let's put the Kansas into Division 1. And when these here are finished, we need to start getting stuff into Division 2. Save. All right. So next for tomorrow, essentially, we're going to be looking at construction of our Pueblo class. Could probably build like 4 of those with ease, maybe 5 or 6, but at least 4. And then we can also look into improving using some of this extra money we're going to have to improve our Pacific or Central Pacific holdings a little bit. We're at 200 base capacity, which is pretty good actually. But as we get into the new era, actually we could improve over here. Shanghai, we can build a naval base there. Yeah, we'll start that now. We'll improve Shanghai, and that'll give us some reach into Northeast Asia so that when we finally start fighting for control of some of these other territories over here, we'll have some reach. And then, so we've successfully invaded. Let's go for Bermuda too while we're at it. Oh, it's beyond my invasion range. Well, humbug. Yep, just out of range. Can we do Newfoundland? Just out of range. Okay. What about? Do they have anything down here? Not really. We could go for the Bahamas. We could go for New Province. There we go. And so if we're doing that, let's shift all of these battleships. Let's send them to the Caribbean. And we may as well send a few heavy cruisers along with them. Okay, there we go. So hopefully that'll be good. I'll remember to worry about it next time I play. I appreciate you all. I will see you next time, and sail safe out there.